Apple killed it today with their drops of the brand new iPhone line, AirPods, and Apple Watch. But the biggest surprise of them all was their brand new iPhone Air line, which is a vision of what Apple's future iPhones will look like. This brand new iPhone came at 5.6 millimeter thin, which makes it the thinnest iPhone ever. It is made from titanium with a 6.3-inch display that supports Pro Motion and up to 120 Hz of refresh rate, and it supports up to 3000 nits of brightness. This iPhone comes with a brand new 18 megapixel camera that supports center stage, ultra stabilized videos, and a dual capture, which means you are able to record the back and the front camera at the same time, which will be mind-blowing when it comes to content creating. The back camera was a little disappointing because it came with just a single 48 megapixel camera. However, it's a camera that Apple calls Ultra Fusion camera, which means it's almost like you're getting a 2-in-1 lens, because this lens will support a 1x and a 2x optical zoom. Although this iPhone is very thin, which makes the battery ultra small, Apple still claims that this iPhone will still be able to give you an all-day battery life and will support up to 27 hours of video playback. And the only way Apple was able to achieve this was using their Apple Silicon chips. So Apple today debuted their brand new N1 chip, which will enable Wi-Fi 7 support, Bluetooth 6, and Thread radio. Apple also showcased their brand new cellular modem chip. Last year, they dropped the new C1 modem. But now Apple introduced the brand new C1X chip, which is supposed to be 2 times faster than the current C1 chip. This iPhone will be using the brand new A19 Pro chip with 1 less GPU core than the A19 Pro chip that's on the Pro models, which is confusing. Speaking of the Pro line, they now have a brand new design that uses a brand new unibody aluminum design, which supposedly supposed to be more durable. It also has a brand new vapor chamber, which uses ionized water to keep the iPhone from overheating, which should improve performance dramatically. The front and the back both have ceramic shield, which should improve with the toughness, and it's gonna make it way less scratch resistance. The front of the glass finally has anti-glare, which should help you whenever you're using your phone in super bright area like outside, so it should refract less sunlight, which should improve visibility overall. Apple improved the camera system dramatically because now all the 3 lenses on the back have a brand new 48 megapixel fusion chips, yes, including the telephoto, which should give us roughly 8 different focal lengths. So you'll be able to use optical zoom all the way up to 8x, which should improve picture quality by a lot. But even video got some love too, because now Apple allows you to shoot what's called ProRes RAW, which is Apple's own video codec format that allows you to capture the highest quality and allows you to control every aspect of the video quality. Gen lock was also introduced. This will enable you to use multiple or synchronize multiple footages from different iPhone, which I'm sure is going to come in handy for somebody who shoots with multiple iPhones, but you have to use a Blackmagic device that you have to purchase separately. You can shoot up to 4K 120 frames per second with Dolby Vision. The battery life also got improvement because it went up slightly up to 39 hours of video playback, which is a dramatic improvement from the old models. For the first time, we don't have a black Pro iPhone because the color options are blue, white, and orange. Pricing wise, it remained the same somewhat because now Apple decided to get rid of the 128 configuration, and now the storage starts at 256 gigs. So if you look at the pricing for 256 gig model of last year, is the same price as this year's models. The iPhone 17 got a display increase up to 6.3 from the current 6.1, and for the first time it supports Pro Motion at 120 Hz refresh rate. It gets the 18 megapixel front-facing camera. Both cameras in the back are 48 megapixel fusion cameras. And storage-wise, it also starts at 256 gigs. Apple Watch Series 11 had battery improvement and it now supports 5G connectivity and a brand new hypertension detection or high blood pressure detection, which means Apple is going to analyze your body and it's going to send you an alert whenever it thinks that you're having high blood pressure problems so you can get it checked. In addition to that, Apple Watch is going to also support sleep score. So when you go to sleep and wake up, it's going to give you a score, and then Apple Watch is going to tell you how to improve your score. Like, for example, go to bed a little early. All of these features that I just talked about, the hypertension detection and the sleep score, also moved over to the Apple Watch Ultra 3. And the screen increased a little bit because Apple shrunk the bezel. However, the body size is still the same. But not only does it support 5G connectivity, but it also supports satellite connectivity, which will come in handy for anybody that loves hiking or that loves to go on a run in the middle of nowhere. It will be nice to know that your watch can call emergency services just in case you were to ever need it, which is amazing. The Apple Watch SE3 now supports always on display. It can support up to 18 hours of battery life, and it uses the S10 chip, which is also found in the Ultra model and the S11. So when it comes to speed, they should roughly be the same. However, the SE3 model doesn't support hypertension notification, EKG, high blood pressure notification. However, it still does support sleep tracking. The AirPods Pro 3 now has heart rate monitor, which allows you to do a workout tracking without needing your Apple Watch, but I believe Apple said it's only for specific workouts. Noise cancellation on these AirPods improved dramatically. Apple claims that it's 2 times better than the original AirPods Pro Max, but this is because Apple improved the size so it fits in your ear better. They improved the tips that it has because now it has a little more foam, which should be able to fit in your ear a lot more firmer. And Apple now includes 5 different sizes of the tips that normally comes with the AirPods. But noise cancellation wasn't even by far the best feature. The best feature is that these new AirPods can support live translation, which means if you go to a different country to where they speak a different language, you can activate it and then it's gonna be able to translate in real life through your AirPods what everybody else is speaking, which is awesome. But in addition to that, if you have 2 people who have AirPods Pro, you guys should be able to easily communicate even though you don't speak the same language. So I could be speaking English, my friend could be talking in Spanish, and then he's gonna hear me in Spanish and I'm gonna hear him in English, and all this will happen live. But we still have to wait and test it out to see how good it is. But in situation to where somebody doesn't have access to AirPods, so the AirPod in your ear can be translating for you, and then everything you speak is gonna be shown on the screen to where they can easily read what you're trying to tell them. By far, I think it was an amazing event. I really enjoyed. I think in every single aspect, Apple made improvements that people were actually looking for. I can't wait to get my hands on these devices and try them out. Be sure to subscribe. I'm gonna be posting a breakdown for each one of these devices, so don't forget to subscribe, like my content, share it, and yeah, catch you in the next one.